We're back with that Pelonis Oil-Filled Heater. Thanks to Michael Gegzno for getting me this part number that you saw before. I had just bypassed this thing because it had failed on here, and to be very honest, I used the heater for a test after I did that video. Just let it run for a while. It was fine, but he sent me that part number, and I said, yeah, why not? I think it was 77 cents from China, so let's go ahead and put it in. That's out, and there are 2 screws at the bottom. I'll readjust the camera if needed in a moment. Just put this back loosely. So last time on doing things in an unconventional manner, we just wire nutted these wires together, and now we're going to reinstall the actual real part. Of course, I don't remember exactly how the wires all went, but it's pretty simple. Pretty much there's a couple of thin wires and a couple of thick wires, and we're going to undo this here, which maybe I can do without a pair of pliers. Yes. There's a thick blue and a thin blue, and those will go, or no, there's actually a black and a blue that are thin, so we'll just mate those up like that. Just twist that together for the time being. And this one also, I know that's how it was. I don't know if the black and the blue were switched before or not. I guess we're going to just find out. Yeah, alright, well, I have the replacement part over here, direct from China. It was 77 cents for not just one, but 2 of them. And they came 2 in a package. Now, they're a little bit different because the prongs were pointing out and these are pointing to the side, but that won't make any difference. Otherwise, they are the exact right part. There was some sort of thermal goop in here. I'm not going to replace it. I don't have any, and that's that. So, I'm going to get everything situated. We'll put some new terminals on there and get her going. Well, we may have a little problem. The way these are, this thing floats. This one is down just a shade there, and it sticks out, but I don't know if you can see, that don't look like that. So I don't know if it's actually going to make a good enough connection. That is not going to be a good thing. We'll have to see. So now we're going to do something incredibly unsafe as usual. I'm going to use these Green Means Go jumpers. I have the device hanging precariously, insulated only by the vinyl grips on the thing there. Nothing is touching, just barely. I don't think it's going to mount up right, but I just want to see what happens when we apply power, and I want to just resituate so I don't end up shorting anything. Okay, we look good. It's on, and there is no caution light. So we are in the clear with a spare piece of electrical tape for the road. Alright, this is the area we're interested in. I had put the screws back. This ain't gonna work. It's because the way this heater is set up, where it's out from the thing. See if I can get the other screw out. And then do it a allegedly go and mount up something like that. But it's still going to be, I don't know if you can see, loosey-goosey. And now it has thermal goo on it. Well, that's a little bit of a problem. Perhaps if I bend the tabs, I can take it off and invert it. But then it'll just fall out. It has to stay captive. So let me see what I can do. I've inverted it, and it may work. Because now we have that clearance we need, but the clearance here to the where it screws in on the heater may not be conducive to those screws. So let's see if we can get it mounted. It's quite the fidgety process, and I'll tell you that thermal compound makes it even slippery. So that's not going to work. That will work if the screws are long enough. Will it stick? No, of course not. Why would it? Oh, barely. I don't know how much of this you can see. Probably not much of anything, but well, I got it started. That thing is certainly attached to the heater, so it'll sense the temperature. And I'm going to fight with the bottom screw now. Success! It's mounted. Now when I tighten the screws, the little ears will bend, but that's okay, because the main thing is the thing will make connection. So pretty much we're set here. Just going to tighten these up a little bit. Look at this, it's all over my screwdriver now. It's not going anywhere. Perfect. Now for some connectors. Okay, I got some connectors. Hopefully they're going to fit the wires, because if they don't, we got a problem. They do. It's a little bit of a hokey fit, so I think I have to just trim these. I think this has a wire cutter, so we'll see if we can just snip off a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Could have just used the pliers to do that, I guess. It's not the greatest. I'll see. I don't know if I have any heat shrink, but we'll take a look. This is all of the heat shrink of that size that I have left, at least handy. So it'll have to be. And we're just going to crimp these ever so tightly, because we're passing the full current of this unit through these connectors. Can they handle it? Yeah. Yep, that's fine. And the heat shrink will just cover up the end of it where it's not the greatest. Oh, there was some leftover wire bits that I had snipped off, so that's fine. Let's get a heat gun. I don't know if you can see just that little wire sticking out. The connectors are on there. This one I slid up in place already, but this will cover that just right there, and we will heat gun it. And that's that. Not bad. Just move that a little bit. The Connectors on. And there we are. There's the new one. Installed. Just like that. It's in. Like I said, it's not going anywhere. It's in there nice and tight. Everything's protected. And I've already tested. The reason I tested this before with the green wires was so I don't have to waste any connectors. If if I had the wiring wrong and I already crimped the connectors, well, that ain't gonna work. So there it is. I'm not worried about these being exposed, nor do I have any heat shrink to even care. So I'm going to slam the cover back on and we'll give it a test. I have the thing here. Caps back in. Spare wire nut to go back in the pile. The cord of power. We'll plug in. No caution light, even on high. Thermostat to max. And hopefully it'll start getting warm real soon now. And then we'll go from there. Well, it's certainly heating up. Definitely getting warm. If I turn the thermostat, it clicks on and off and no caution light. So it looks like the new part is working. So I'm going to leave this, let it cook for a little bit, and make sure the thermostat shuts off when it feels it's up to temperature, and we'll go from there. We're up to temperature. If I turn the thermostat, there's no click. So it's up to temperature, nice and hot. Everything works. There we go. It's fixed and allegedly safe again. Now, I don't know if you want to consider a, I don't know, 38-cent part, 38.5-cent part from China making this heater safe again. But it has its original equipment again. So there you are. It works. Thanks again to Michael Gegzno for the part number needed for this heater. Of course I could have pulled it, and I did, and checked the temperature on it and that, but I guess I wasn't smart enough to do that to begin with. But anyway, he was smarter than me. But I fixed it, so you lose. Make sure you hit like, make sure you hit subscribe, and take care. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.